What is up, folks? A very happy afternoon to all of you, wherever it is that you are, whether you're watching us on your biggest screen ever or the smallest screen. Well, actually, mobile phones right now, they're not even small screens anymore. But thank you for joining us on this glorious Thursday afternoon. Mio Adlan here for Act Now Hot Issue. Hashtag What's for Lunch. And we do hope that you guys could actually do us a favor, okay? Share this video because a lot of interesting things, a lot of happening things that we will be sharing with you guys, not just today, but also throughout the whole working day, Monday to Friday at 12 p.m. So make sure you guys share that button, like, give us a comments on what you think this show is all about. You can actually ask any questions that you have. You can actually point out any facts that we may get wrong. Sometimes we're not perfect, obviously, but we do hope that you guys would want to interact with us as well as much as possible. And also, of course, as always, setiap masa, I will never do this alone because someone who always has an opinion, someone yang akan sentiasa ada fakta dia sendiri. Ladies and gents, Mr. Melvin Lam. Hey, Melvin, what is up?
Hi. Hi, very good afternoon to you. I thought you say about some undecent work.
Why would I have the utmost respect for you, Melvin? Of course, I mean, like, we're partners here, okay? You cover me, I cover you. That's how we do, lor.
Yeah, but you say you suddenly we always fuck.
No, I say fuck. Inilah dia masalah ni. Apabila kita nak campur bahasa Melayu dengan bahasa orang putih, inilah jadi kadang-kadang tak dengar.
So I say, what have I done wrong this morning to make you so upset with me?
No. You have not done anything to upset me. Of course, together, as what I was telling our beloved audiences, our beloved viewers, that we are here to give them, to share with them our points at least on what is going on and what is happening in our.
That's why we are our tagline. That's why it's what Act Now tagline. Act Now or never, the voice of community. We have to voice out. I mean, of course, we have to voice out constructively, make sense. Don't voice out for the sake of voice out. You know, and we share it. Like today, every Monday, Friday, we share our opinion, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, kita bukannya sengaja nak point out kesalahan orang because why? Again, we have to put a disclaimer out there, Melvin, is that this is our own opinion. But what matters is what's important to us, at least at Act Now, is that we want to highlight these issues because we believe that these issues are the things that is, something that Malaysians need to know about. Diorang kena tahu apa yang kita sembangkan ni. And kita bagi pendapat kita. We share our own point of view. We share our own opinions. And it is up to you Malaysians to think whether we are right or wrong. Hence why kita nak diorang actually, come up with their comments in our comment section on Facebook. Kan? Betul tak?
Well, I do welcome if our friends think that we are wrong, please participate, comments, shoot us down. I love that.
Of course, kita nak constructive criticism. Kita bukan nak menggunakan kata-kata kesat macam Melvin tadi fikir kan. Dia kata, I nak gunakan bahasa lucah. No, tak. I cakap bahasa yang elok. I cakap bahasa yang proper so that we can have a very proper conversation. We can have an adult kind of discussion and bukannya sengaja pointing fingers at people sesuka hati. That's what we're all about.
Right.
Alright. Let's talk about today's topic. Today's topic kita ada theme sebenarnya. Kita ada tema hari ini yang kita nak bincangkan ni. Because why? At the end of the day, there is no community, there is no there is no society, there is no country for that matter if it's not for our children, the next generation, orang yang seterusnya yang akan sambung, yang akan teruskan kehidupan bukan saja untuk kita, malah untuk mereka dan juga anak-anak mereka. That's why when we talk about children, when we talk about these young adults, they are the future of our country, they are the future of our society, they are the future of the next generation. Hence why untuk topik tema kali ini, for this particular episode that we have today, we're going to be talking about children. And unfortunately, the first topic that we want to bring up, the first thing that we want to talk about is how COVID has actually not just attacked the elderly. Initially kan kita dengar dulu awal-awal COVID-19 ni is dangerous for people who are 65 years and above, warga emas, all those golden old people. But it is proven that COVID-19, again, as we mentioned more over in time, that they do not discriminate. COVID-19 does not discriminate. They attack anyone out there, regardless whether you're old or you're young. And unfortunately, we have been seeing a surge of cases of victims, or should I say, people who are children who has been affected by COVID-19 and has unfortunately passed away. So again, why we actually chose this topic down here, at least do it for our children. What we're telling is that kalau anda berdegil juga tak nak ikut SOP sebab anda sendiri tak nak ikut, fikirkan untuk anak-anak anda. So hence why we have that particular topic. But kick things off, Melvin, on our main topic today.
Right, it's quite alarming because the MOH has reported recently, as compared to last year, we have 67 children dying due to COVID this year, compared to 6 last year. So, there's an increase from 6 to 67.
Yeah, that's a huge leap, isn't it? Kita bukan cakap naik 34 je, kita naik almost 60.
It's about 110% increase.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're good with numbers anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 6 times 10, it's 16. Now 67 is 110% increase compared to last year. And then it says the COVID-19 cases involving children lead to 310,000 at the end of August. Those involving children, means under 18 of age, which is 25 times more than the whole of last year. Last year, we have 12,620 in 2020, the children that has been so-called involved or contacted positive. This year is 310,000. So, I mean, you as a parent, as a father, I think you'll be a bit worried. I mean, in certain states, there will be soon reopening of school. So, and then of course, it's also started that children now they are able to get vaccinations. I think it started this week, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. As what was reported by the government, it has been going on already right now. Like teenagers between the age of 13 to 17 are now actually able to get themselves vaccinated because that's the next step. Itu adalah langkah seterusnya untuk program imunisasi kebangsaan. That is what's been happening right now. And it's definitely a great move because as what we were talking offline just now, Melvin, when we look at the percentage, yes, a lot of adults out there in Malaysia in general has been vaccinated, fully vaccinated at about 81%. But if you look at the whole population of Malaysia, this 81% of adults only represent about 60% of the total human population of Malaysia. That shows that we need to be more proactive in getting more and more people vaccinated. Definitely, teenagers getting vaccinated is a good move, Melvin.
Yeah, it is now. I think the focus should be there because they have to get back to study sooner or later. And then remember, some of these vaccination, they have to go twice. Just like us, we have to take 2 jabs after an interval of a month or 2 months. Like we took AZ, it's an interval of 2 months. So at least, because when in school, they interact like it or not, the children and all these things. And you can tell them follow strict SOP, but children being children, especially those in 12 and below and all these things, they still mingle and all these things, being playful among themselves. So I think it's very, the teachers, the co-workers there, first of all, make sure they're 100% fully vaccinated first. make sure all the foods are hygienic, because the virus also can be so-called live in those raw foods. Like, we are brought up in Hong Kong, they are found in the containers that's the frozen fishes. Make sure the hygienic thing, because the canteen, when people, I'm sure are there still canteens in the school? I'm sure there is.
No, of course they are. But just to give you a fun fact about how I mean, like, children are to eat during school time is that, from my experience, as you mentioned, me being a father, I've experienced how the kids were actually handling themselves in school, because previously when it was open just for that short period of time during recess, food will be brought into the classrooms and children will be eating in their specific classrooms and not being outside in the canteen. And the food that they ordered were actually ordered a few days ago. I mean, like, the school canteen actually come up with a schedule, like a 5-day schedules for parents to actually put in an order of whatever it is that they want, so that on that particular day, the people from the canteen can actually, it's a grab for school lah, basically. The canteen are actually
Okay,
doing,
okay,
they bring
that's
food
good.
to the class. Yeah. But one
Yeah.
thing I do want to mention, kita tarik sikit topik ni sikit. You mentioned about how we need to be diligent and proper for the school teachers as well as the workers in school. It was reported, I think 2-3 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, there was still about 2,500 school teachers who didn't want to get vaccinated, and
Now who
the
refuse?
Ministry of Education are still trying to overcome this issue. Kenapa you think?
Not you as a parent. Let's say one of those teachers that is happens to be in doctor's school. What will you do if the teacher is so persistent that there's no laws yet to pass in a country that's forced me to be vaccinated. But again, I want to be in the school. When school opens, I want to teach. This is my professions. And you as a parent, how will you react to this, and what actions will you take?
I mean, to me personally, if I know for a fact that any of the school teachers in my daughter's school, even one, even if I know there's actually one who's just like, seriously berdegil, tak nak getting vaccinated, me as part of the member of the PIBG, I would raise it up and I would make a ruckus about it, because at the end of the day, they are playing not just with the life of my child, but the life of other parents' children, the whole school for that matter. So I would
Yeah.
definitely make a big ruckus about this. What is the problem of getting yourself vaccinated? Kalau risau sangat, nak lekat magnet ke, nak lekat spoon ke, 5G you jadi robot ke, whatever. Hello, handphone kau ni orang dah track kau dah. Tak payah nak
But
tunggu kau
then,
punya vaccination.
but he or she will tell you, hey, the law has not passed yet. I have my rights not to be vaccinated, and then there's no law say that I will be terminated for that reasons.
Okay.
And you can't stop me. You can't, even you can make a big scenes. All the teachers, all the children, so-called parents comes and picketing me, and boycott me. Well, I still have my job.
I nak pinjam kata-kata you when we had this conversation, I think 2 weeks ago on this show, is that human rights, poda, tolak tepi. This is my child's life that we're talking about. I don't care. Kau nak human right, kau pergi kerja kat Australia, you go work anywhere else that doesn't need to get vaccinated. You can go to Nepal, you can go to freaking Turkmenistan or whatever. I think people in these countries are also getting vaccinated and supporting
Yes.
vaccination.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
no, when you talk about my life, you mungkin boleh bergurau sikit, but my child's life, no way. Aku
Okay.
tampar orang. Geram aku.
Okay. I'm just instigating you. I hope that it happens, and you go and video the whole thing and share with us. We have the
Suddenly, abang botak famous di sekolah sebab mengamuk cikgu tak vaksin. Okay, we don't want that. You don't want to see that happen. We definitely don't want to see that happen. And to elaborate more on the topic that we have, I do want to share one fact is that the Malaysian government, the Ministry of Health, has actually aiming for 60% of teenagers between the age of 12 to 17 to get at least one dose of vaccination come November 2021. That means we're about 1.5 months away. So the government and the teenagers needs to be very proactive to make sure that we hit that target, Melvin.
Okay, Mio, something interesting I read just now. This happens in Penang, I think, in September 8th.
Okay.
A Penang-based doctor claimed on his or her Instagram that she had attended 2 children within the same week who could not walk after becoming infected with COVID-19. Wow. It means the doctor say that the cases involve a 4-year-old girl who had a seizure a week after recovering from COVID-19. And 3 days later, the child mother reported her daughter could not walk properly. God, these 2 cases that happened in Penang.
Because the child were not vaccinated, obviously, and the child actually got COVID-19, and a lot of complications happened to her. This is the scary bit, Melvin. I mean, like, to hear this kind of story is just scary.
So I hope those 2,000 teachers, whoever it is, if they are not married, they don't have children like me. But I'm sure you have relatives, you have friends, you have neighbors, you know, and probably you do, like, you have your own pets that like my cats, like my children's and all these things, you know, like this morning every week I have to go send Creole to the vet and make sure it's healthy. You know, this is going on for what, 4 or 5 years already. I have to do this is my duty, you know. Right. So this 2,000 please teacher, please watch our program. Call us. I will call, or we give a number.
You nak promote orang ambil vaksin ke you nak promote right now ni?
We will talk to you, and we will probably we try to convince you, and have mercy, have mercy, because
and one more thing, the fact that we wanted to actually talk about this topic later, but I do want to bring it up because it does make sense for us to actually bring it up right now, because what we want to talk about is the fact that parents are actually, can't wait to get their children, their teenagers vaccinated. And there were a bit of issues happening at the PPVs where people they couldn't get their vaccination, tak sempat lah because tak ada appointment and everything. But it has been assured by the ministry that they have enough COVID-19 vaccines for all. This is a guarantee that is coming from the Deputy Minister of Ministry of Health, which is, I don't know, is it something that you should be happy with, that this confirmation?
I would take their words for it, because I believe YBKJ and his team, unless it's proven, but do not get panic. My colleagues this morning just text me, say he's sending his son for vaccinations to prepare for the school. So of course, I hope that there's more centers for the children. So it's so-called getting the pool get vaccinated faster, and less waiting hours and all these things. But I believe what the ministry is planning for the children, and I'm sure they're coordinating well with the education department's ministry to ensure when school reopens, there's no hiccup like in the past. Of course, I would say in the past they have hiccup after 2-3 weeks, the school have to close again. I think this time, if it does happen, I think there will be no more excuses, because the learning curve is after 1 or 2 years is more than enough.
Yeah, exactly. Nice segue actually for us to actually jump into the second topic, because as you mentioned, we've been in that position where people had to, learn school from their homes, and then they won't boleh masuk sekolah balik, and then now they have to go back by doing online learning and everything. And it has been reported in the papers that by learning online, a lot of children out there, especially primary school kids, we're talking about, kids who are between the age of 8 to 12, they are actually having trouble learning at home, and they are actually feeling the stress of it. Budak-budak stress, Melvin. This is not a laughing matter. This is not something that we should make fun of, because again, children's mental health is very, very important, because kids are supposed to go and play outside. They're supposed to mingle. But being cooped up at home, learning everything at home is very scary, and it has taken a toll on them. Melvin, what's going on?
Yeah, because it's all mental issue. Because children being children, they like to mingle with their own age group. They like to bring around and all those things. But they confine them, if those child have no siblings to play with in a house, they'll be very lonely, and will develop something like a mental or personality that's so-called not confidence. They do not interact in society when they grow up. So this is a bit worrying, because like Malaysia's bahasa saying, when you so-called shape a bamboo, rattan, you do it when it's young.
Biar dari rebungnya. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, when you shape a rattan, you shape it when it's young.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Itu peribahasa tu anak kena check
old,
kali.
Yeah, when the rattan is old, we try to shape it, it will patah. So everything is we learn how we are in we it's very much it's our how we are brought up, how
Betul?
are we educated, how they are these things. So if these children has been keeping too long, they will probably lost touch with
Yeah.
among their friends, and they probably grow up as a lone ranger. They do not like to mingle and all these things. I think that is something um, I fear for,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
So
and
I think, yeah,
yeah, and just to share with all of viewers out there in regards to numbers, this is according to a survey. More
yeah,
than half of the students surveyed by the Education Ministry that they feel pressured due to online home-based learning. This survey was conducted between March and July last year, involving
yeah,
39,967 teachers, 52,413 students, and 59,624 parents. Again, when we talk about children being stressed, it doesn't just involve children. It involves
yeah.
the working teachers as well as the parents who have children having to work from home. And I tell you seriously, this is from my own experience.
Mm.
Having my child, having my daughter learning from home online is not just stressful to her, but also on me a bit, because again, me being a kiasu parent, wanting to make sure that my daughter is learning the best, and then
Mm.
kadang-kadang, she would like get deterred a bit of her attention span will be shifted to something else. So I also stress. So the child stress,
Mm.
and then cikgu pun stress, and then mak bapak pun stress. And everyone's stressed out.
True. True. Not only you, I think I have friends and colleagues who share the same thing.
Mm. So
Now,
yeah,
especially
it's
now
not.
they're back to work, and then in our phase two, I mean, we're allowed to get back to work really. Those who have children left at home, they are now worried what are they doing at home right now.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, granted, we understand. I mean, like only a dumb person, only a stupid person would not understand how the situation is right now. Like it or not, we are living in this current new normal that unfortunately, children, school children cannot attend school because of COVID-19. They have to, learn from home. We've given them as much as we can. Yang mana mampu, that's actually a good thing, yang boleh bagikan laptop ke, yang boleh bagikan handphone. But we still know that there's a lot of people out there who can't afford all these things. Rumah yang ada 4, 5 anak pergi sekolah, yang darjah 1, darjah 3, darjah 6, tingkatan 2, tingkatan 5, semua nak pakai internet, semua nak pakai mobile phone, semua nak pakai handphone. So we understand it is so tough, it is so
It's very
stressful
tough.
having to learn from home. Very tough. Hence why
It's
we
very
do
tough
hope
for
that.
a lot of us. I mean, in
Hmm,
general, it's very tough now. Our life. I always think, well, tomorrow is a better day.
hmm.
We have to be very strong. I mean, I'm saying probably for myself, because I say those who have big commitments, really, I feel for them, and I hope the economics government's doing something. I don't bring back the old story, but government supposed last year passed a budget to give a lot of phones and phones away, but it's not being fulfilled. I mean, that's very unfortunate, but I hope that whatever it is, things will be better. Everyone have to think out of the box now.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing that right now a lot of people are getting vaccinated, at least the adults, and we're moving down to teenagers between the age of 12 to 17 getting vaccinated as well. Let's make this a success, because again, we've already established that we cannot kill COVID-19. We
Yeah,
cannot kill COVID-19. We have to live with it as how we live with dengue, as how we live with measles, as how we live with other types of things. So we
yeah.
need to live with COVID-19, and how we live with it. That's the question, and
Yes,
that's the thing that we need to
yes.
do.
We have to be call that practice healthy living.
Hmm.
You know,
Betul lah. I mean, ingat tak
I,
zaman-zaman waktu COVID dulu,
I,
Melvin, kejap. Ingat zaman-zaman COVID dulu, we had to be taught again on how to wash our hands properly. That's
oh
just
yes, I
weird.
do that. Even without the so-called COVID-19 come in place, you would if you come to my house, you'll find a lot of hands wash. Almost every corner of my house, every basins, bathroom, kitchens.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
it's weird. I mean, like we live in a time where internet is super fast. We have electric cars. People can fly to the moon, even to Mars, even, and yet it has to be taught that this is how you wash your hands properly. Kita dah sampai macam tu, Melvin. Sedih kan?
so they
Yeah, very, very sad. So yeah, that's all about that particular topic. But we wanna, make sure that the kids at home, whenever they are stressed, try. I mean, it's not easy. Again, get it. I mean, like, I totally understand it. It's not easy to relieve your children from their stress learning from home. But try, just try. Have some other activities. Mungkin kalau tak boleh nak pergi park ke, takut dengan COVID ke, maybe you boleh jalan keliling rumah ataupun do some physical activities. Follow some YouTube videos and whatnot, just to have some variety in your life and not just
Yeah.
dengan gadget je. Itu yang susah.
Don't confine yourself to just normal routines, kind of things,
Correct. Yeah.
And
speaking about
in the house, things are so routine. I'm getting to feel retarded.
Yeah, boring. Seriously boring. Adults boleh boring. Imagine it happens to your children, to adolescents. It's definitely something that they want to. And then diorang asyik bila diorang kat rumah, they watch TV lah, they watch things on their screens lah, they tengok iPad lah, they tengok phone lah. And that's what the quick bits, or should I say the snippets that we want to talk about, is that children, unfortunately right now, the fact that they have always been looking onto their screens all the time. Ni, screen kecil ni. It's not big of a screen ni. They look at the screens more often. And unfortunately, a lot of cases where we've heard from opticians that the increasing number of myopia in children due to online learning sebab diorang asyik tengok screen dia. Okay, Melvin, what is myopia? Tadi you tanya I kan, so I tanya you balik.
Well, it's affecting our eyesight, our so-called the sharpness, the visions. Well, I did tell you in life, sometimes we also practice myopia.
That one very falsafah one lah.
Especially in a relationship.
Wow, kita dah jadi show macam tu, cerita pasal relationship. Oh my
God. We're coming on our day now. Sometimes we keep an eye closed, don't go to details. But no, I mean, seriously, the children's, I have my nephew, so I mean, always want to see negotiate with the parents. Okay, I will finish my meal. You have to give me the phone. I have to play games, have to watch this and watch that, and they strain their eyes.
Yeah.
So it is quite serious. I mean, probably the optician business is welcoming this.
I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Malaysians. I'm so sorry the fact that we're laughing about this. But again, I mean, like, you can't help but not to see the funny side of it, because as much as you want, you want your children to be attached to technology, because the fact that there's only technology that can help you with the current situation. But we as parents, I mean, like myself specifically, I need to make sure that my child, my daughter, spend some time away from these gadgets rather than just looking into the screen all the time. She needs to be able to look at the greens ke, tengok tempat lain ke. So maybe Melvin, you can actually tell me ideas on what I can do.
I know. Just come across lately. I mean, technology is great, but someone's actually pushing the idea technology will replace human being.
Kita dah banyak apa? You got Terminator lah, you got all the sci-fi movies. You know what's going to happen in the future already.
Yes. So it's actually just humans' values is no value.
Oh, again, you have to go deep.
I say yes, it could happen sometimes. Soon, hopefully it's not my time. I want to see that happen, But it's sad to have humans' values close to nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I say I'm very fear if children have been kept too long in the house where they have no other siblings or who to interact with. They keep so lonely to themselves. And then I always feel that some people now, even adults, when you go outing, a family outing, let's say for makan, let's say those good things, you observe out of 10 tables, 9 tables is always looking at the phones, from parents to mother to father, mother, children, everyone's busy with the phones. Yeah. Instead of enjoying the companions together.
I actually terasa you, because when you say that anak seorang, doesn't have friend, I terasa tau, because my daughter seorang tau. I tak ada anak lain sekarang ni tau. Dia seorang kat rumah. So I memang terasa, you sengaja target I kan?
You akan datang, your second one. But then of course, your second child, the age disparity. Different. Okay. You have a 13-year-old girl is coming to it's already in teens. Now then the baby come in and say, hey, we are in a different world.
Okay. Let's not talk about me personally. Let's talk about Malaysians in general. But we do wanna make sure that people of Malaysia, especially parents out there, whoever it is,
Yeah,
penjaga dan sebagainya. When you have
yeah,
our children at home, learning from home, learning school from home, always with the gadgets and everything. Try to mix it up a bit. Adakan variety. Have some differences in your daily activities. Inject some physical activities or some other type of hobbies. I know for a fact that my daughter, she loves to paint and she loves to draw. So at least there's something different rather than just looking into the screen and looking into the iPad and whatnot. So
yeah,
at least there's something. So I'm not perfect. I never said that I was perfect, but I always try to find out something to do. And for you guys out there, feel free to share with us your opinions. What could a parent and their children actually do at home rather than just watching gadgets? Mak bapak pun, again, like you said lah, mak bapak pun main TikTok lah, tengok Netflix lah, main Instagram lah. How?
Oh yeah, Mio, this is quite exciting. This show, I mean, we dedicate to children. Let's do something for old folks with golden age. One of our program.
Ooh, that would be interesting, right? Hearing whatever it is that had to say. No, we'd have to go far. I think you're
Yeah,
not
I'm actually cruising towards the age group.
I didn't say you setuju. You cakap, bukan I cakap.
I mean, I'm not worried. If I'm cruising to the golden age group soon, very soon.
Okay.
But I always believe I'm an old cognac. It mellows with age.
There you go. Like a fine wine kan. Nasib baik I tak boleh minum. So, I minum air kosong je lah. Tak apalah, Melvin. Okay, that's all for today's topic. Thank you so much, Melvin. Again, tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yes, I will see you tomorrow.
All right, take care.
Have fun with your kids.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, that was Melvin. Today's topic, very interesting, is all about the children. Children are our future. Obviously, we need to make sure that they have a future to go to. So we need to be responsible people. We need to be the responsible ones to make sure that our children and their children are able to experience life to the fullest as what we have experienced. All right, so that's it for now. Mio Adlan here, signing out. Hope you guys had a great day and still having a great day moving forward. And we'll see you guys again, same time, same place tomorrow. Check us out. Take care. Bye.